So this is Classroom Organizer, which is a place where you can kind of create an online and personal library for your students in the classroom using books that you have. It allows students to check out and return books, as it says here. So if you wanted to start using this website, you'd want to create an account, so you'd go here, and you'd fill out the necessary information and then hit submit, making sure that your password makes sense here. Then I have already created a password and login, so I'm going to go and do that. And then once you log in, it allows you to either choose whether you want to go to a student page or the teacher page. We're going to start with the teacher page. The teacher page has an extra login, so when you give your students the username and password, they still can't get into the teacher page. So here's the teacher page where you can do a bunch of different things. You can use classroom settings, build a library where you can add, delete, or edit titles. You can manage the students that you have in your classroom, as well as kind of view the reports of different students and what books they have been checking out.
So next we're going to show you how to manage students. First you have to click onto the Manage Students page, and it takes you to a sheet with all of your students. You can see that we've previously made a few of them. You add an ID number to add a new student. So this would be ID number 4. Their last initial, we're going to go with Doe and then John. And then the class or reading group, so you can have multiple classes if you want. You know, if you teach multiple sections of the same class, we can do, that as well. So we're just going to add tech to that. And then you add, and as you can see, we now have a John Doe with an edited ID number 4. And then you can edit your students if you need to, if you messed up something. Or you can also delete them if you were to, say lose a student in the middle of the year, or if you just really wanted to start over. And you just click delete and then click OK to delete your student. It also shows in this section the number of books that each one of your students has out, and if you click on that, it will bring it up and it will show you not only the current books checked out, but their checkout history as well.
Alright, now we're going to talk about how to add, delete, and edit titles within your classroom library. So back on this Welcome to Your Teacher page, we're going to go to Build Your Library. And once we get here, we've already added some titles, so currently our library contains 23 titles, as you can see here. As well as if we wanted to add a title using the website, you can type in the ISBN here, and then just click Add, and it'll drop right into your library. As well as if it didn't have an ISBN number, you can search for it here, as well as you can search in your library as well. However, there is an even easier way to add books to your library using the free app that this program offers. They have an app for both Android and Apple products, and so you can use it with an iPhone, an Android phone, and an iPad. So if your classroom happens to have an iPad, you can use the app for that. Later on we will show you how to use the app, but it allows you to check out, check in, and manage books really easily. Also, if you wanted to ever add or manage your columns, you would click here to edit columns, and you would end up at classroom settings, which we will talk about later. You can also, if you prefer not to use the app or this particular page, you can also export and import from Excel if you are more comfortable working with Excel charts.
Okay, so once you've built your library, you probably want it to be set up more like a real library is. So first you go into classroom settings. Once you're there, it allows you a bunch of options to make your library more realistic. It starts with the maximum books that you're allowed out. You can set it from 1 to 5 books, or you can have no limit. It also lets you have the checkout period of time, and that can be set from no limit, from at no limit, or from 1 day to 3 weeks. It also allows you to track book conditions, so every time you check it back in, you can type what the book condition is. It lets you track your location, track genres. Also, under this setting, it gives you the two columns that we previously talked about. It just, within this, lets you see the different fields. Right now we have it set so that all you see is the title, the reading level, and the ISBN number for both the student and the teacher. Finally, under password management, um, this lets you change your general password and your classroom settings password. For some reason you have a student that got in and messed with it, you can change it and get yourself back on track.
And one of the final things you can do on the teacher page of the Classroom Organizer website is view reports. So you go to review reports, and there's a couple of different reports you can view. One of them is the student reports, so you can review the student checkout history by guiding reading level, student checkout history by AR level, or student checkout detail. So one of them would be different students, and you can see what they would check out, and you can go back to the reports. You can also go to these ones. So currently we don't have a lot of students checking out books, so there's not a lot of data in there right now. You can also view classroom library reports, so you can review the book distribution by guided reading level, by Lexile level, AR level, fiction, nonfiction, book checkout history, and current books checked out. So these bottom two are ones you probably use the most. So you look at the book checkout history, and you can see who checked it out and whether it's been checked out or not. You can also look at the current books checked out, and you can see that Mockingjay is currently checked out by Justin.
So next we're going to talk about the student page for Classroom Organizer. It's a very simple setup for to be able to use. If you want to check out, you click on the Checkout tab. If you want to return, you click on the Return tab. So we're going to check out a book, click on Checkout. Then you need to find yourself, so you type in your name, you do the search. It comes up with everybody named James, which in this case we only have one. So you click on James. Now it knows who you are now that you've clicked on your name. Now you can either type in the ISBN number for the book that you're looking to check out, or you can view the book list. And once you get to the book list, it shows you everything that we have. So if I want to check out Catching Fire, I just click Checkout, and I've checked it out. And now I'm finished, so I click Finish. Now if I want to return that same book, we just click Return for my name again. Find me, and there's the book, and we click Return. And we return Catching Fire to the library. The app, it actually makes it even more simple. All you have to do within the app is find your name under students and then scan the barcode on the back of the book. We'll check it out and return it based on whether it's checked out or already, or whether you need to check it out.
Alright, as you can see, we're logging in here, and it always will give you this option to go to a teacher page or a student page. And since we're the teachers, you could have the option to choose either. So we're going to have the teacher page, and one thing we would like to extra mention is there is a help page, which includes frequently asked questions, an instructions manual, and videos on how to use everything. So if you go to frequently asked questions, it's a really nice resource page if you get lost or you don't know how to do something. So you can just go right down here, and it has little snapshots of the screens, so if you need any specific pictures to help you out, this is a really nice resource to use for that as well. And it also will look at the app here as well and helps you out with that in addition to that. You can also, down here in the bottom, if you have any sort of questions, you can email classroom.org@booksource.com, or you can call their toll-free number. As well as if you want their newsletter, you can click here. And if you want to follow them on Facebook or anything like that, you can click here as well. And then, so you can go back up here. And then in addition to all of this, if you ever forget your password, you can always click on help and or forgotten your password here as well. And lastly, when you're done, you always want to make sure to log out of the website so that a student or someone else can't come in and ruin all the hard work you completed with creating your library. And lastly, if you ever need to know the terms of service of the privacy policy, that is always right here down in the left-hand corner and when you first get to the website. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy using Classroom Organizer.